Welcome to Community Corner. I am Ryan Nicholas Gray. My two friends are.
Welcome to Community Corner. My name is Aaron Conner Castle.
And I'm DeWitt Taylor.
Thank you, gentlemen. Today, welcome Sandi Baarck and Debbie Branham. Both of our friends of all. We have a large circle of friends and great memories, activities throughout the years with their children. We brought together bowling and dances and even the summer camps. Our sister named Scamp. Today we're going to learn all about them and their latest adventure, Special Olympics. So, ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome Sandi Baarck and Debbie Branham. Ladies, thanks for coming to both of you. Thanks for coming.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Ladies, now tell us a little bit about your families, please.
Well, I'm Debbie Branham, and I'm married with two children, Rachel, who is an art teacher in Boston, and Abigail, who is a Special Olympic bowler and an artist at Paint a Miracle.
Oh, that's cool.
Hi, my name is Sandi Baarck. I have three daughters. Natasha, she has two children, so I have two grandchildren. I have Ashley, she's 30, and she's the bowler. And my youngest is Caitlin, she's 27. She just moved to San Diego, and she's a speech therapist.
Wow, that's cool. Aaron?
That's awesome. And you spelled something. Do you like to do any hobbies or interests?
I am a faith community nurse at my church, and I'm also the coordinator for the Disability Awareness Workshop that is in all the elementary schools in the area.
Oh, cool.
What made you both get involved with the Special Olympics?
Well, years ago, my daughter started, actually, her daughter and my daughter, Ashley and Abigail, they did soccer with just recreation, and then Ashley joined swimming, and they started doing Special Olympics. And then our girls bowled a lot, so we decided, let's start a Special Olympic bowling team. And then they could go to Special Olympics as well.
Cool. Thank you, David. So, ladies, why did you decide to become bowling coaches? Why? Why did you decide to become bowling coaches?
Well, like Sandi said, there was no bowling team in Rochester, so we decided, since our girls liked bowling, why not have a team? So then we became coaches, and the rest is history.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
That's how Wawa got started of Teens Night Out back in 1996, I believe.
Ah, yes. I remember.
Yep.
I remember that.
I didn't know that.
I mean, it was put on it was put on by the parents.
I remember the parents did that. That's the fun things.
Yep.
Remember those things we used to do?
Yep, I remember.
Those were fun. The pizza nights out we had, the movie nights out we used to do.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Those were the good old days.
Yep. They'll always be fun. What type of training do you have to do to become a Special Olympics coach?
We have to start with courses that the Special Olympic Committee has arranged. First, we do a general orientation class, protective behaviors so no one gets hurt, concussion training, so in case someone falls, we know what to do for that. And then finally, we have to do our sports certification in bowling or whatever sport you're a coach in.
Oh.
And these classes have to be repeated every 3 years to
Every 3 years?
keep our
3
skills
years?
up.
Really?
To keep your skills up, right?
Yes.
Right? It's good to know.
How did you contact Special Olympics to become a coach, and why?
I called the state office and got the number for the local office, which is Area 15, and they have a website, and I contacted them to find out how and when we could do our Special Olympic coach training. And they sent me dates, and Debbie and I picked the date together, and we went up to Central and did our training.
Ah, that's amazing. So, ladies, can anyone become a Special Olympics bowling coach? Anybody?
Well, to be a Special Olympics coach, you don't have to have any prior experience
You
in
don't?
any sport. All you have to do is be very enthusiastic and have a desire to make sure that there's a positive impact in the lives of your athletes. Special Olympics will train everyone in how to be a coach. So you just need to want to be one.
Really?
Nice.
Nice, Aaron. Question?
Nice indeed. Yeah, are there any coaching rules or more regulations?
There are rules and regulations. There's a handbook that Special Olympics put out for general rules, and then there's also, when we go to training, they tell us all the rules that we have to follow,
Yes, the rules.
especially when you go to competition.
I
You
know.
have to fill out certain papers and
Yeah.
keep up your training.
Okay.
Do you have to do lots of paperwork every year to maintain your coach status, and why?
We have to renew our training classes every 3 years. And then every year, as a coach, we review the Special Olympic Code of Conduct for all our athletes, the coaches, the chaperones, and even the parents, to make sure everyone understands what's expected of them. And then Sandi does most of the tracking of all the scores every week that we bowl, and she submits them to the Area 15 director, who then gives the average for each bowler, which is used for competition.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you, gentlemen. Ladies, once you become a Special Olympics a coach, how do you start a team? How?
Well, we had 2 or 3 or 4 students that are athletes that bowled
Okay.
for free time, in their free time, and so we knew we had 3 or 4 right there to start our team, and because
Okay.
they said they'd like to be involved in Special Olympics. And then it grew by them telling a friend or someone calling us that we didn't really know, but they had gotten our name from the regional office, and then they joined that way. That's how our team grew.
That's cool.
How do you decide how many practices the team needs? Where do you practice?
Special Olympic requires all bowlers to bowl at least 8 weeks or 16 games prior to any competition. So they have to do that before the regionals that are in November for Area 15, and then repeat again before the state games, which are in May or June.
Okay.
And we currently bowl at the Avon North Hill Lanes in
Yes.
Rochester.
You
I
all
know
know
what
Phil
it is.
Lanes. Good
I know
lane.
exactly what it is.
Yep, good lane.
David?
Oh, does it cost money to be a Special Olympic bowler, and why?
That's a good question.
The fees that bowlers pay is to the bowling alley to use the bowling alley, and so we pay a fee each week to the bowling alley to use their lanes. And then if you want to go to competition, there's a fee, and that's we use fundraising or donations to offset that cost.
I know. Thank you, Alan. Ladies, how many years have you been coaching, and how big is your team?
Well, Sandi and I have been coaches for 8 years. We
8 years,
figured that
wow.
out. And we have currently 13 bowlers. So, and this year, all 13 will be going to the state games.
Oh, including yours truly.
Including you, that's right.
Including me.
That's right.
Me.
Tell us about any competitions your team has participated in.
We participate in regional or county games in November, and then we compete again at the state games, which are at Central, and we do that. Debbie said, it's 2 nights, 3 days up at Central Michigan.
I love it up there.
So those are our 2 competitions.
Okay. David?
The big competition is the state summer games. Tell us what role you place in the games up with your team?
Well, as coaches, we ensure that all the athletes are registered and assigned to rooms at Central Michigan University. And then we make sure all the chaperones understand all the needs of each athlete, because they're going to be with that person the whole weekend, and provide them with the bowling schedule so it makes sure everybody is where they're supposed to be when it's their time to bowl.
Exactly.
And we also attend every event for our bowlers so that we can provide any support and encouragement that they might need.
Thank you, gentlemen. So, how do you Special Olympics decide who each bowler competes against in the big competitions?
Well, we send in our scores, and the one we compete in is called singles at the state level.
Okay.
So everyone bowls against pretty much like themselves. They just bowl,
Okay.
and they are assigned different people on their lane.
Okay.
So it could be different people
Oh,
each.
like you need different bowlers. Okay.
Yes, different bowlers each year. And well, it's pretty much the same at regionals. So we submit the scores, and then when we show up, we find out what lane we're on. And they have matched them up with the bowlers with their similar scores.
What are your biggest challenges as a Special Olympics coach?
Well, we decided the biggest challenges are making sure we have enough chaperones to be with us, and to make sure that all the records and forms are accurate and up to date. And the main thing for us is to make sure the communication is good between the bowlers, their parents, the coaches, and the Special Olympics staff that we work with.
That'd be you two.
Yes, we all have to do that.
David?
Do you have
Oh,
any success stories you would like to share with us today?
Well, we've seen a great deal of progress in personal improvement in all of our bowlers, and we're just so proud of them because their bowling skills are increasing, and we see that our bowlers are a true team because they encourage each other and they enjoy each other's company, and for us, that's a big success story.
Thank you. That's touching.
You're welcome.
So, what are some of your fondest memories of being a coach? Fondest memories you have?
Well, I look forward to going to practice every week. And
You do?
one of my very favorites, I do. I really
Really?
do. And that's the highlight of my week. But
Really?
one very fond memory
Okay.
is I was chaperone, not this year, but last year.
Okay.
So I got to experience what the chaperones do. I was in the dorm.
Oh,
I had
you were?
never done that before, so I got to be with the team. I got to be down on the football
Oh, that's
football
amazing for
field
you.
with the marching in the tunnel.
Oh, yeah.
Remember when we marched in the
Yep,
tunnel?
that's cool.
And we waited to go out on the field and
I
walk
can That was
around.
amazing. That was an amazing
It
time.
was an amazing feeling to see all those athletes and be with them down there.
I mean, what about you? What is your fondest memory?
Well, I didn't be a chaperone yet, and so mine is watching from the stands and seeing all of the athletes from all over the state of Michigan all together at one time, and that is a really emotional part to see how many people are taking part in Special Olympics in one weekend.
Oh, yeah. So tell us about the shirts you're wearing. Tell us about these shirts we are wearing.
Well, these shirts were designed by a graphic designer who's a friend of one of our bowlers, and we wanted something unique
Simple.
and special. And so we thought this kind of talks about all of the individuals that we have in our bowling team and how we all come together. And so we wear these for competition only.
We do.
And we let the bowlers pick the color. They all
I know it's green.
submitted their
How
color,
my
and
world.
we took a vote. And
I'm hoping Dietrich's color is not paisley. I don't want paisley at all. No way.
I'm assuming to get one of those shows, you have to be you have to be a member of Special Olympics bowling, right?
Yes.
yeah, it's for the bowling team.
What do you believe Special Olympics bowling does for people with special needs?
What do you do? What do you believe? That's a good question, Aaron. Good question. That's a good
I
question.
believe it builds confidence, it creates team spirit, and it builds their bowling skills, and it's just wonderful to see them improve and encourage their teammates, and leads to just bigger and better.
Well, that's a very
Do you-
positive
did you wanna
story.
add
Positive.
anything?
David?
Okay. Do you have any future goals for your team?
Well, we both want to keep working on improving each athlete's performance skills, their personal bowling skills. And we were going to be looking into the possibility that maybe we could have an occasional intramural game with maybe a local bowling team from a high school or a college,
Oh.
just to kind of integrate everybody together,
right.
which is a big thing for Special Olympics.
Okay, kind of fun.
Because Special Olympics prides itself on what someone can do, not what they cannot do.
Oh, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's right, by the oath. I remember that oath very well. Thank you, gentlemen. One more question to ladies is this.
That's really cool.
How can someone with special needs join your team? How?
Well, they could go on the website.
Okay,
It's
which is?
www.somi.org,
Okay.
Special Olympics of Michigan.
All right.
And they can get information to call the regional office, which is Area 15, where we are.
Yep.
And they would give our names and numbers to them. Then they would contact us personally and tell us their interest of joining our team.
All right.
And we would give them all the information they need.
And just to let you know too, this is for any sport. If you like basketball, if you like track, if you like swimming, you do the same process. It's not just for bowling. So
And golf, it's
anything
included in
and
it.
golf,
Golf,
anything
which I
that
am.
you would
I
like
love golf.
to try, check with Special Olympics to see if they have it.
And I also know that sometimes the Special Olympics team gets to go down to WE to maybe watch a little wrestling too.
Oh, that would be
Occasionally they have
What-
special
what a
events
dream.
for Special Olympics
I've been
people.
told to go to wrestling.
Yeah.
Fun.
I cannot dream.
David, would you please close?
I've seen it on TV before.
Sure.
I have.
Okay, in honor of Community Corner, today we have had a great time with our friends Sandi and DeWitt and learning about the Special Olympic bowling. We all love to bowl with our local recreation department and in Wawa, and do not know that there was another bowling option. Now we know we have a choice and can make that decision. Thanks for being our guest today.
Very well.
I'm
Thank you
David
for having us.
Tilo, and you're watching ONTV, TV, PodSX, and YouTube.com. My two Yahoo friends all.
My name is Aaron County Castle. You have been watching YouTube, on TV and CMN.
I'm Ryan this year watching CNN on TV and YouTube. We'll see you next time on Community Corner. Goodbye.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Happy years.